Well, hi everyone. At this practice trig quiz. Sometimes we get practice quizzes, and that's great. Sometimes we get study guides, but um, this thought for a Monday, this might be a good thing to have. It may not be Monday next time I do this, but all right. So we have gotten ourselves into trig. We've done the first 4 lessons in chapter 4, and we've got this quiz here now. So we're going to determine the measures of two coterminal angles, one negative and one positive, for theta equals negative 7 pi over 12. All right. I think, one loop around I'm going to put a theta prime here for one of them. And I'm going to take the negative 7 pi over 12. I'm going to add 2 pi to it. I actually kind of want to get a visual of this. Negative 7 pi over 12. Negative 6 pi over 12 is negative pi over 2, and go a little bit further. So the angle's kind of like this. Theta is like this. And if I add 2 pi to this, it'll take off this part and it'll give me this positive angle. So negative 7 pi over 12 plus 24 pi over 12 is 17 pi over 12. So there's a positive coterminal angle. That's what this is. This is 17 pi over 12. Now, if I want a negative one, I'll go negative, and then I'll just keep going more negative a whole loop around. So I'll go theta double prime and take the negative 7 pi over 12 minus 2 pi. And that's negative 7 pi over 12 minus 24 pi over 12. And that's negative 31 pi over 12. So there's a positive coterminal angle and a negative coterminal angle. Okay, to convert 340 degrees to radians. So I'm going to multiply that by pi over 180 degrees. Okay, the degrees cancel out. This is radians now. I'm going to divide by 10 and divide by 2. That's 17 and that's 9. So I'm going to call this 17 pi over 9. And now that's the exact, that doesn't look like a 17. 17 pi over 9. Okay, and that's radians. And that's inexact, it's a multiple of pi. If we use the calculator for any more of that, it will be an approximation. Now, let's take the negative 4 pi over 9, and this time let's multiply, this is radians, let's multiply it by 180 degrees over pi radians. And now those pi's cancel out. 9, the 1 here, and 20 here. Divide by 9, divide by 9. And I think we're looking at negative 80 degrees. Okay, the next thing is, okay, you will have your, for this, you'll have your unit circle, and I'm not sure I have one handy, so we're going to have to, I'm just going to kind of ad lib over here with it. But we want the exact values, and these are all, so this will make good use of your unit circle. Okay, negative 3 pi over 4. here's 1, negative 2. Here, negative 3 pi over 4 is right here. And I think you would find the coordinates to be negative square root of 2 over 2. And you can be looking at your unit circle. Okay, so the sign is the second one. So that's negative square root of 2 over 2. Okay, negative 5 pi over 6. So that's 1 pi over 6, 2 pi over 6, 3 pi over 6, 4 pi over 6, 5 pi over 6. It's right here. And I think if you're looking at that, you're seeing negative square root of 3 over 2 is the x, negative 1/2 is the y, and the x is the cosine, so that's negative square root of 3 over 2. Okay? Tangent of 8 pi over 3. All right. 1 pi over 6, 2 pi over 6. In fact, this is 12 pi over 6. Right? 1 times 2 pi is 12 pi over 6. 13 pi over 6, 14 pi over 6, 15 pi over 6, 16 pi over 6, which is this. Okay. So that's at, I believe, 2 pi over 3 right here. Or 4 pi over 3. Wait. No, that's 2 pi over 3. Pi over 6, pi over 3, 2 pi over 6, 3 pi over 6. Yeah, this is 2 pi over 3. Okay. That's the equivalent to 8 pi over 3, coterminal with 8 pi over 3. And I think if we look, the x coordinate is, on your unit circle, is 1/2, negative 1/2, and the y is positive square root of 3 over 2. So I'm going to do the work. Sine square root of 3 over 2 over cosine, negative 1/2. That's tangent. So let's keep, change, and flip. And the 2's will cancel. The negative stays. So that's negative square root of 3. Cosecant of pi over 2. Here's pi over 2. Cosecant is 1 over sine. This coordinates here are 0, 1. The sine is 1. 1 over 1 is 1. So that's cosecant. Now secant of 4 pi over 3. This is, we got here, we were 2 pi over 3. This is 3 pi over 3. And I'll put these in. Let's count by 6. 4 pi over 6, 5 pi over 6, 6 pi over 6, 7 pi over 6, 8 pi over 6 is right here, is this one right here. The x-coordinate is negative 1/2, and the y-coordinate is negative square root of 3 over 2. The secant is 1 over cosine. 1 over negative 1/2, or the reciprocal of that, and that's going to be negative 2. Keep, change, and flip, and you're going to get negative 2 with that one. And then number 9 is the cotangent of 5 pi over 6. Cotangent of 5 pi over 6. Let's see. That's this one right here, 5 pi over 6. This cosine is, or the x is negative square root of 3 over 2. The y is positive 1/2. Cotangent is cosine over sine. And so we'll have negative square root of 3 over 2 over 1/2. We're going to go the same thing here. So that's going to be negative square root of 3 on that one. So just, you'll have your unit circle handy, and just be ready to evaluate those things. All right, so number 10 is an angle of elevation problem. This is 10. A 10-meter tree casts a 17.3 meter shadow. Find the angle of elevation of the sun, which is this angle right here. And opposite over adjacent. So the tangent of x is the 10 over 17.3. Okay, x is equal to the inverse tangent of 10 over 17.3, and we want to make sure since we have this problem, probably want to make sure you're in degrees. Let's see. Turn on mode. It is in degrees. So I'm going to take second tan, or inverse tangent, 10 divided by 17.3. And I get 30, I'm going to do 30.03 degrees. Okay. Didn't give us specifications on what to round it to. That's the angle of elevation on that one. All right, number 11. The point 5, negative 12 is on the terminal side of an angle in standard position. Find the exact values of the 6 trig functions of the angle. So I need to draw it. All right, so 5, negative 12, okay. And my triangle, so this is theta, that's theta. My triangle, coming here, I'm drawing that. That's 5. This side is negative 12. 5 squared plus negative 12 squared equals r squared. 25 plus 144 equals r squared. 169 equals r squared. Square root of 169 is 13. So that is 13 there. Okay. This is theta. Theta prime, the reference angle I'm using, is right there. So, and it'll have the same sine, cosine, and it'll have the same trig functions. So I'm going to go sine of theta is opposite over adjacent. Cosine of theta is sine of theta is opposite over hypotenuse. Cosine is adjacent over hypotenuse. Tangent of theta is opposite over adjacent. Cosecant theta is the reciprocal of sine. Secant of theta is the reciprocal of cosine. And cotangent theta is the reciprocal of tangent. All right. All right, number 12. Find the exact values of the remaining 5 trig functions of the theta satisfying this condition. Cotangent of theta is 8/15, and sine of theta is less than 0. All right, so cotangent is cosine of theta over sine of theta. Sine is negative, so this is negative. The cotangent is actually positive. I didn't mean write -1, just that it's negative. So the cosine's got to be negative if it's a positive result here. All right, so I need a drawing if I'm going to do this. So where is the sine and cosine negative? It's in the third quadrant. So I know it's in the third quadrant. I'm just going to draw some line in the third quadrant. And then I'm going to draw this value here. So here's my theta prime. Now, so cotangent is adjacent. Put the adjacent here, which is negative, over the opposite, which is also negative. It's got to be. I mean, we're in the third quadrant, so those have got to be negative results there. So, -8 squared plus -15 squared, we need the hypotenuse, equals r squared. 64 plus 229 equals r squared. 225, 289 equals r squared. And that's 17. R is 17. Alright, so sine of theta is -15/17. Cosine of theta is -8/17. Tangent of theta is -15 over -8, which is 15/8. And cosecant of theta is -17/15. Secant of theta is -17/8. And cotangent of theta is 8/15. I could have gotten that just from this, but it still works in the triangle, which is a good thing. All right. Now, in numbers 13 and 14, find the reference angle theta, then sketch theta in standard position and label theta prime. So we need to actually just find the angles. We're not going to do the trig functions of the angle, just what the angle is. All right. So I am going to sketch 5 pi over 4. This is 4 pi. And that's right here. Here's 5 pi over 4. Now, so there's 5 pi over 4. So there is theta. Okay. And theta prime is this one right here. And what you do is, in the third quadrant, you take theta minus pi, and you get theta prime. You get your reference angle. So 5 pi over 4 minus pi, I'm going to write 4 pi over 4 for pi, is equal to pi over 4. And that's theta prime. Pi over 4 is theta prime. Okay. Now on this one, negative pi over 6 is like right here. This is theta. And theta is equal to negative pi over 6. And theta prime would just be positive pi over 6. Okay, so the reference angles are always positive between 0 and pi over 2. And it's the angle that it makes. And since we know this is negative pi over 6, this would be in this direction, it'd be positive pi over 6. All right. Well, there you go, guys. This hopefully helps you get ready for the quiz. All right. Take care.